From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your Evening Update. Your weekend weather update is made possible by Caltrans District 2.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger in for Chase Wilson this evening. And, here's the thing. We've got more rain in the forecast, but I think most of it's going to be in the mountains over the next 12 to 24 hours and on the coast as well. The valley is really not going to pick up a lot of rainfall out of this. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail, but yeah, we got one more day of scattered showers here for your Monday. Now, the winds are also going to be playing a factor in our forecast. Some of you may have noticed it today, but they're going to be even stronger by the time we get into tomorrow. After that, though, we've got spring-like temperatures through a good portion of next week, but beginning to see signs that sometime next weekend, the timing is still a little iffy at this point, but sometime this next weekend, we could be talking about another chance for some showers. Now, more on that in your deeper dive forecast, but before we get to that, here's a look at Krueger's Quickcast for your February 23rd. Now, starting off with some of the rainfall that we have seen, you see about 2.6 out in Crescent City. This is where we've seen most of the rainfall, and this is where it was expected to be. And then as you start heading to the south and east, less than 1/10 of an inch of rainfall for the valley. And that's pretty much what's been expected here. And I think Futurecast did a great job on Friday, this past week, indicating how much rain we'd see in the valley, because it just didn't amount to much and didn't even see much off to the east. In fact, less off to the east. So here's what we have in store for us tonight. Temperatures are dropping down to the upper 40s, mostly cloudy skies, but mainly dry. Mainly dry for most of us in the mountains. Any showers we'll see will mainly be out towards northern Humboldt in Del Norte County here for tonight. And then, of course, that will start there tomorrow morning as well. In fact, out the door tomorrow morning, you'll be fairly wet on the coast. Everywhere else, mostly cloudy skies, but starting off dry. Now, as I mentioned, any showers we do see tomorrow will mainly be on the coast and mainly in the mountains, but not much in the valley. Let's take a look at that. So let's take you through the night tonight and into tomorrow morning. You can see most of the activity just kind of skirting northwestern portions of the state. Then by tomorrow morning, it's mainly Del Norte County you're seeing the bulk of the rain, but look at everybody else. We've got breaks in the clouds, you've got dry conditions, but then that will start to push eastward. So now it starts to fill in more for the north coast. We see it filling into Siskiyou County and into Trinity County. But to the east of that, it's still dry midday, even for the valley. Now look what happens as we progress through the afternoon. We're going to get shadowed a bit in the valley from this rain. So yeah, I think there's going to be some passing sprinkles and some light showers through the afternoon tomorrow in the valley. But I tell you what, it's not going to amount to much. And then there you can see some of the heavier rainfall developing east of the valley by tomorrow afternoon. And then by tomorrow night, for the most part, we're done. We're done with the rain, and it dries out for Tuesday through the rest of the week. Now, I mentioned the winds. These colors here, high wind warning, and the darker blue is a wind advisory. Now, this is basically through the day tomorrow, and we're going to see gusts at their highest between 50 and 60 miles per hour, especially over the mountain ridges, some of those mountain valleys as well. I still expect some breezy and borderline windy conditions here, even for the valley tomorrow, but the strongest winds will be, as you can see, in the higher elevations. But look at the valley. You're getting upwards of 30 miles per hour. We may eventually see a wind advisory for the valley here. But as of right now, the Weather Service hasn't issued one as I'm recording this. But you can still see some gusty winds even through the afternoon, eventually dying down, though, by Monday night and especially for Tuesday. Also have a high surf advisory for your Monday, 4 p.m. through 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Could see those large breaking waves of about 20 to 24 feet. All right, so here's your forecast for your Monday. Temperatures mid-60s in the valley, so it's going to be mild, a pretty mild day. Temperatures in the 50s for many of the higher elevations, even some 40s for some of the cooler spots. And we've got those mid to upper 50s for your daytime highs along the coast. So let's take a look at your 7-day outlook. Now, I've got the showers in there, but I tell you what, it's not going to amount to much. Dry for Tuesday through Friday. I'm starting the showers as early as Saturday. It just depends on which forecast model you look at. For now, I'm just going to keep that chance for showers here over the weekend. We'll be adjusting the timing and the intensity of that. And by the way, and possibly looking at some lower snow levels by the time we get into next weekend as well. But there you can see the drier conditions here for the mountains, Tuesday through Friday, and even warmer as we go towards the middle and latter part of next week, but cooler with the potential for more rain and, of course, that high elevation snow by the weekend. All right, that's a look at Krueger's Quickcast. Do want to remind you there's a free Weather NorCal app that you can put on your phone. Just go to your app store, search for Weather NorCal on your Android or your iPhone, and you got everything you need right there. The free Weather NorCal app. Check it out. This is what I tell everybody. Put it on your phone. If you don't like it, take it off. It's as simple as that. All right, so there is that Pineapple Express, atmospheric river, whatever you want to call it. That's what's been impacting our weather over the weekend. Now, this has been a true definition of that, right? Because a lot of times you get heavy rainfall within that flow of moisture, but then on either side of it, there's this big cutoff of very little amount of rainfall and sometimes no rainfall. And we certainly saw that. It was off to the north and west around Del Norte County, northern Humboldt, western Siskiyou, where we saw the bulk of the rainfall and then a sharp cutoff as you head to the south and east of that. All right, so let's walk you through the timing. We'll stop here a few more spots here than we did earlier. Here's 10 o'clock tonight. You see where most of it is. I mean, just some scattered showers. There are going to be some brief periods of some moderate rainfall for even some of the inland areas, but everyone else is dry. All right, let's take you into Monday. This is midnight tonight. A few showers. Now, you see the bulk of the energy is now pushing up to the north. In fact, we may see a little bit of a break with a few scattered showers. So early tomorrow morning, maybe a bit of a break, and everyone may be dry at a certain point in time. But see this energy right here? That's going to be pushing in. Another round of some decent rain, especially for Del Norte, northern Humboldt, but everyone else is looking dry. Taking you through midday on Monday. Here it is. See the line where we're seeing the showers. Could see some brief periods of some moderate to heavy rainfall in some areas. Dry in the valley, dry in the eastern mountains, and even for Modoc County for the first half of the day. Let's take you into about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, so we're seeing a few pop-up sprinkles maybe in the valley, but most of it, as you can see, is in the higher elevations. This is where we can see the potential for some moderate to heavy rainfall. We can't rule out an isolated thunderstorm, and you can see just the scattered showers that we do have to the west. Now look at Modoc County, Lassen, Plumas counties. You're still dry, even at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, but eventually that does shift off to the east. So mid to late afternoon, we're seeing that rain now off to the east. Modoc, Lassen, Plumas, the mountains of Shasta, eastern Shasta County, and even into Hamlin and Butte counties as well. And then fairly dry for the valley. A few scattered showers off to the west. Now, by 10 o'clock, Monday night, a few leftover sprinkles here and there, but that's going to be about it. And we are finally done with this chance for rain. And there you can see Tuesday morning, it's dry. We take you through the day on Tuesday, dry as well, plenty of sunshine, and we're starting to see those warmer temperatures make their way back into the forecast. Let's take a look at that long range now. Okay, and there you can see there's that big ridge of high pressure coming in for Wednesday towards the middle and latter part of the week. That's going to give us warmer temperatures. But then we see this area of low pressure slowly making its way into Southern California. Now, for now, it looks dry through Friday. We got to watch this though. This energy will eventually possibly bring us some rain as early as Saturday, but most likely it looks like now around Sunday and into Monday of next week as this area of low pressure shifts down to the south, giving us that chance for some showers. So we'll see. I mean, it's kind of a long way out, but we'll see. So there you can see, taking it through the day tomorrow, we may see a light accumulating rain out towards places like Redding, but you see nothing here on top of what we've already seen. And there you go, folks. The predicted less than a tenth of an inch of rainfall for most of the valley, pretty good here, right? And of course not much more off to the east, but you will see more. And of course where we're seeing most of that rain again, yeah, off to the north and to the west into Del Norte County. Now for tomorrow, one little area where we are within that flash flood risk, but most of that is up to the north. Now here's the thing, we are drying things out through next week, okay? But in the longer range beyond that, we've got better chances for rain. So what this is saying is, all right, we're going beyond 7, 8, 9 days, and we start seeing the better potential of seeing some of that wet weather. Now, another thing, we've been in this warmer than normal category for a while. Now we're starting to actually see the temperatures begin to drop a little bit here as we go into the first week of March. So here's what's going on, right? So you can see it's getting warmer Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but then you see that dip in the temperatures by next weekend, with that chance for some rain making its way back into the forecast. All right, so let's talk about the winds again, all right? So high wind warning, right? That's for Modoc County, central Siskiyou, the coast of Del Norte, and then a wind advisory for the darker areas of blue. Now, you'll notice nothing for the valley. That may change later tonight. We may wake up tomorrow morning and the National Weather Service will have issued a wind advisory for the Sacramento Valley, maybe sooner than that. We'll see. Because let's take a look at the winds. All right, we're going to take you to tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. Very strong for the coast, very strong for central Siskiyou County. We're talking, Shasta Valley there, right? And then, of course, the higher mountain ridgetops, even some of those mountain valleys. Now, not that bad tomorrow morning for the valley. All right, but we take you into midday. Now they're picking up in the valley, still very strong everywhere else. By 5 p.m., still pretty gusty for the valley, but then look at this. It just drops off by the time we get into Tuesday. So much calmer winds by the time we get into Tuesday. It's just Monday. Monday's the main event. And we're talking about the potential for some downed trees and power outages. That's not out of the question. When you're talking gusts upwards of 50, 60 miles per hour, that certainly is a potential. Look at the wave heights. They are increasing here for your Monday. Look at Tuesday. Yeah, they're going to stay fairly high, at least for the first half of the day on Tuesday. Fairly high wave heights. So as a result, tomorrow, there's a gale warning. The winds will be from the south at about 25 to 30 knots, and there's your waves. There's your high and your low tide and your sunrise and your sunset for your Monday. All right, so for tonight, we've got those temperatures in the upper 40s for the valley, and in the mountains, 30s and 40s. Looks like inland areas around 50, and looks like in the upper 40s to low 50s along the coast. All right, so here's your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Your temperature is mid to upper 50s. There's your chance for showers tomorrow, especially in the first half of the day and even in the afternoon. Dry through Friday, maybe a chance for showers for Saturday and Sunday. Here's your North Coast neighborhood forecast to the south. Showers on Monday. Tuesday, you're dry through next Friday. That's also the case for the inland areas with 57 for a high tomorrow in Smith River, 58 degrees in Hoopa. Your Siskiyou County neighborhood forecast. Showers tomorrow afternoon. Brief periods of moderate to heavy rainfall, by the way, in some areas. Dry, though, by Tuesday through Friday. Possible showers by the weekend. For Modoc County, you're going to hold off until mid to late afternoon before you start seeing some showers tomorrow. And some of those showers could be brief periods of moderate to heavy rainfall. Dry after that through Friday with more showers by the weekend. Same story for the eastern mountains. You're going to have to hold off until the second half of the day, dry through Friday, and warming up too, low to mid 60s that is. Taking a look at your valley neighborhood forecast brought to you by Walgamuth Painting. Your temperature is in the mid to upper 60s, so still a very mild day. Now, if you see a shower, all right, it may happen. Is it going to be a big deal? No. Do you need to cancel any outdoor plans? No. So that's what I'm expecting for your Monday. Now, it is warming up. We're in the low 70s by Thursday and Friday. Here's your 7-day forecast for Chico. And you see the temperatures are slowly increasing in the low to mid 70s here for Thursday, Friday. Now, I've got that chance for showers as early as Saturday. I may be pushing that back to Sunday. We'll see. Still waiting a little bit more for more consistency on the timing and really even the overall intensity of that rain coming in next weekend as well. And those snow levels, we're going to hold off a few days on that as well. But taking a look up to the north, 56 degrees for Lakehead, 58 for Whiskeytown. We got 65 for Anderson and 66 degrees in Red Bluff. And looking at your 7-day outlook for Redding, the temperature is in the low 70s by Wednesday, mid 70s by Thursday, Friday. But then we drop back down in the low to mid 60s over the weekend with that chance for showers. That is your evening update. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for joining me over the weekend. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. with your latest forecast and live on Coffee with Krueger starting at 7 a.m. Have a great night.